Josh, first one. In general, just how high is the confidence at the moment?
Yeah, I think we're really confident as a group. I don't think that's ever dropped really from the start of the season. I think results weren't going our way, but I think as a team we've always backed ourselves to win games, and thankfully at the moment we are.
I asked Mickey kind of the similar kind of question. He said just good players doing what they're capable of. Does it feel that at the moment? Like you've always known the quality was there, but now it's really clicking?
Yeah, I think it's everyone just doing the jobs at the moment. I think everyone to the man of all the 11, even the lads that are coming on, they're sticking to what we're doing out in training, and then when it's coming to a game, we're doing exactly what the gaffer's asking.
And there's always a lot of incomings and goings in League Two at this level, but does it feel like it's a settled squad now?
Yeah, I think obviously we're probably one of the smaller squads in the league compared to some like your Bradfords and things. But I think that helps sometimes, the fact that you haven't got as many players, and we are tight as a group, and very confident going into games at the moment. Yeah.
There's a good double header against Crewe over the last week in the League and Cup. On the league game last Friday, how important was it to bank those 3 points before anyone else had kicked the ball?
Yeah, I think that's important, but I think it was just important to obviously with the win after the away game we'd had at what was the away game before?
At Sutton.
Sutton, yeah, the away game at Sutton. I think it was important back at home to get them 3 points, because it makes that 3 points at Sutton more valuable. Yeah.
That's an interesting point as well, because it's been talked about the reform that we can put that to bed now, but following up those good performances with those 3 points, that, as you say, it's important to not let that result go to waste.
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing. I think when you win away from home, I think last year obviously our home form was really good, and I think if we can carry on this year with that home form and, like you say, pick up more wins away from home, I think it can stand in good stead.
And the last time I spoke to you, you just scored against Colchester. You said you wanted to contribute more. Winner away to Salford, winner against Barrow as well recently. So how are you assessing your own contribution at the moment?
Yeah, like you said, I was wanting to do that. Obviously, starting more games as well. I think I've just at the moment I've had a good run in the team, and yeah, my confidence within myself's growing and working on different things, and yeah, it's coming good in games.
And the defensive record's been incredible as well. It's a team effort, of course. How are your own role in that defensive effort? How much are you finding the tracking back and getting involved with the defensive side of the game?
Yeah, well, I think with the gaffer, I think he's something we've been working on for a long time, probably since just before I signed permanently, so the December last year. He's worked a lot with me on my defensive side, 1v1 defending, things like that. It hasn't come easy. I think I've had to work really hard with it, but I feel like I'm contributing more defensively now and helping the fullbacks out a lot more.
For players that, let's say, classes forwards, for example, how much of that is attitude wise, because there's some maybe higher level players of the game that you might look at in games and think, oh, they don't track back, but how much of that is attitude wise when it comes to forward players?
Yeah, I think it's just accepting the responsibility of what you've got to do. I think in a game you can't hide, especially in League Two. I think if you get found out if you're hiding, everyone in the team has to be on it. So I think it's a very important, obviously, to keep working hard and helping your fullbacks out. Yeah.
And speaking of forwards, Elliot Nevitt, great week for him, 3 goals in 2 games. As his teammate, what about his game do you enjoy most in terms of playing alongside?
Yeah, he's good. He presses a lot. He's quick. He runs in behind. He can, like you say, he just never really lets the centre halves have any time. It's really important, especially for helping us press. If they're getting harried, it helps us get up the pitch, and I think that's the main thing that he's obviously came on a lot with, is pressing, and I think he's doing really well at the moment. Yeah.
Is he the kind of player that you wouldn't want to play against?
Yeah, I think if you asked any defender, probably he's a nuisance. When he, like you say, when he came on at Walsall, he came on, was in the right place at the right time, and followed that in when no one else did. I think he's one of them that he's always on his toes, and he's trying to make runs in behind.
And does his goal in midweek, because there were 3 very different goals against Crewe, but that goal in midweek especially, does that kind of epitomise the work ethic within himself and the whole team at the moment?
Yeah, like just chasing lost causes. I think it was a ball down the line by Mez, wasn't it? And like you say, he's got there, he's got goal side of the defender, and once he's there, I never really had any doubts that he would get away from him and put it away.
And last time I spoke to you as well, you were playing more of a wing back kind of role. At the moment, it seems like a bit more of a 4-4-2. How are you enjoying that system?
Yeah, obviously enjoying it. I think the gaffer that he spoke to me, he said I was probably the most unluckiest with the change of formation, being a wide man. I can play in the middle, but probably all on the left's my main position. And obviously, I was just doing a job for the team at wing back at the time, and ever since we've changed to a four, obviously being on the left, and yeah, just really enjoying it. I think getting them partnerships I've got at the moment with Ethan, and I think Kieran on the other side's got it with Cogs. I think it's important that, especially I think when we're at home, getting out wide and getting crosses and stuff in the box is good, and it gets the crowd going.
How much do you enjoy those full-back relationships?
Yeah, like last year I had it with Callum. I think it's important just to understand each other's game and what the strengths are. See, Ethan this year has been brilliant. He's good to play with because he's so quick. He'll give you the ball, he'll be around you in seconds. So yeah, he's really good. And sometimes you can kind of go knowing that he can defend 1v1, and we get higher up the pitch. Yeah.
And looking at the weekend, Saturday, Harrogate, it had been a poor run for them recently, but 2 wins in a row in the week. So last week and in the week as well. How much do you have to guard against any sort of newfound confidence that they might have?
Yeah, every game I think you don't really, when we play teams, you don't really take the results into account. I think it's tough because every game in this league is a hard game, and everyone offers different things. So we'll go there obviously expecting a good result because the results we've been on, and we go into any game thinking that we can win it. So yeah, we'll go there expecting to win, but knowing that they'll cause us problems with probably what they do.
And how good is it that no one can really talk about an away day hoodoo at the moment?
Yeah, like you say, we've been doing really well at the moment, and hopefully it just continues. That's all we can do: tick off each game as it comes, and hopefully keep moving up the table.